This is JC number 408 of 2024, Sweden versus Bain. Morning, sir. How you doing? Step forward. Mom, step forward for me, please. I will need both of y'all to hold the Bible for me, please. And then I want y'all to repeat after me. You understand that, sir? Understand that, Mom? Hold the Bible. I swear by the Almighty God.
I swear by the Almighty God.
That the evidence.
That the evidence.
Which I should give.
Which I should give.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Places, sir. Mom.
Plaintiff Clayton Sweeting is seeking joint and equal custody of his 9-year-old son, Clayvon. Defendant Flora May Bain, the boy's mother, says Sweeting is an unstable father who doesn't keep his word.
All rise. Justice Carol Munnings presiding. May be seated. How you doing, Mom? Both parties are already being sworn in, ready to be seated.
Thank you, Corporal Mackey.
Welcome, Mom.
Good morning. All right, so I have the matter of Sweeting versus Bain. Mr. Sweeting, you are seeking joint and equal custody of your 9-year-old son, Clayvon. You say that the current court order to see him on alternative weekends is not enough because you're a model father and you want to be in your son's life. Is that your position?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Flora May Bain, you are Clayvon's mother.
Yes, I am.
And you say that Mr. Sweeting is an unstable father who lives a wild lifestyle and would not be a good influence on your son. That's your claim?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, Mr. Sweeting, tell me why you say that you are a model father.
Well, Your Honor, I've known Ms. Bain for about 12 years. And in that 12 years' time, we dated for about 2 years. During that whole time, I never mistreated Ms. Bain in any shape, in any form. And when our son came along...
Right, but I'm not interested in if you mistreated Ms. Bain. I asked you to tell me how you're a model father. How old is your son?
He's 9 years old.
9, right.
I was trying to establish, Your Honor, the fact that even before our son was born, I was responsible with how I conducted myself with her.
Okay.
So even when our son was born, I've been consistently a part of making sure that he had what he needs in terms of buying his clothes, giving her funds and everything for him to be taken care of.
Right. So Clayvon lives with Ms. Bain?
Yes, he does, Your Honor.
All right. So how much funds were you giving to Ms. Bain?
I usually give Ms. Bain about $200 a month. But in addition to that, I usually also help buy clothes, food, school supplies, and I give a grocery for him on a weekly basis, Your Honor. I have receipts.
So you give her $200 a month?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what else?
In addition to that, I also supply on a weekly basis. I give her groceries for him, as well as when he needs clothes, I help with clothes and school supplies.
Groceries, clothes, and school supplies?
Yes, Your Honor. And I have receipts to prove it if necessary.
Okay. What about... So what I'm hearing from you is that you provide material things. So far, we're not finished with the story yet, but you provide material things, the things that he needs, money for expenses, groceries, and so forth. What about your time with your son?
Well, to be honest, Your Honor, I try to spend as much time with my son as possible. Mm-hmm. And right now, I know I don't spend as much time with him as I want, and that's due to the fact that I work.
Well, when you say you don't spend that much, what time do you spend with him? Let's start with what you're doing.
Well, I presently work 5.5 part-time jobs, Your Honor.
5.5? Well, 5.5 part-time jobs is the equivalent of 2.5 jobs.
Well, I work for McDonald's part-time, Domino's part-time, Kentucky part-time.
Oh, I see. You're working full-time, but multiple part-time jobs.
Yes, Your Honor.
I see.
So usually
Okay.
I have like a 2-hour break in between a couple of my jobs.
Right.
It usually takes me about 30 minutes to get to our house. So in that time, that's when I try to spend at least an hour with my son before I have to go to one of my other jobs.
Oh, I see.
I'm actually getting off right now from McDonald's this morning to just make sure I get here to the court.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. But I mean, so if you're spending about 2 hours with him, so what sort of things do you do? Because I'm trying to get an understanding of the kind of father. The material part is fairly straightforward for me to catch a hold of, but now you're saying 2 hours. So what sort of things do you all do together?
Well, usually when we're together, Your Honor, I try to talk to him a little bit about life. I've tried to help him with his homework sometimes. That doesn't always go as well.
Yeah, that can be a challenge. Okay, well, so you're working 5.5 part-time jobs. You spend 2 hours here and there when you can.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you want to spend more time with him?
Well, as much as I can, Your Honor.
As much as you can?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I presently live in a one-bedroom, 2.5 bath apartment.
Wait, hold on. Before we get to that part, let me hear what Ms. Bain has to say. Yes, ma'am.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Carroll.
He does provide for his child, I must say. He does do that.
Okay.
But I have to protect my child's heart in terms of him not being there when he wants him there.
And I don't know how she said she doesn't see me for months when I bring grocery on a weekly basis.
He brings the groceries on a weekly basis?
Your Honor, he drops it off on the porch.
Justice with Judge Carroll is brought to you by Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store.
To get your case heard, call 242-445-4955 or email us at info@judgecarroll.net.
Hey, what's up, Mario?
Hey, Dale, what's going on?
Have you seen ZNS new digital platforms?
No, let me go check it out.
Good day, Bahamas. I'm Devontae Hanna, and this is ZNS Digital,
where we cater to your news and entertainment needs.
Are you a foodie? I thought so. Then look out for Digital Bites.
Shining a light on Bahamians and the good that they do, ZNS Digital is home to the sunshine one.
Keeping up with the latest trends, our original content will keep you entertained.
Yeah, that's cool.
But have you seen the new website?
No, I didn't see it. Let me go look.
We're still your most trusted source for news and information.
That's ZNS Digital?
Yeah, that's ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
Covering the news seems easy, but we put thought into what we're doing. The Bahamas Tonight Access Now, here to inform, educate, and entertain. A new type of newscast featuring social media trends, news from around the islands, interviews with the people you like, sports, weather, and fabulous entertainment. That's a Bahamas Tonight Access Now with Marcellus Hall and LaDon Davis. Live, starting September 16th. Justice with Judge Carroll.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I do agree with some of the things Mrs. Sweden had said.
Right.
But in terms of him spending time, he does provide for his child. I must say, he does do that.
Okay.
But I have to protect my child's heart in terms of him not being there when he wants him there.
Okay.
Sometimes we go months without hearing from Mr. Sweden.
Months?
Exactly. Because he's always, like he said, working these 5.5 jobs. He doesn't have the time. And he claims he comes every hour or so when he has his break to come and spend the time, but that doesn't happen all the time.
So he's coming in between when he has time, when he has a break?
Sometimes I don't see him for weeks, Your Honor.
Right. No, what I mean is it seems that it's a bit lower down on the priority list.
Exactly.
Because if you're coming in between couple hours, in between shifts when you have a moment here and there, that doesn't sound very much to me like you're making that a priority in terms of this is my son and this is a commitment. What do you have to say about that,
well, Your
Mr.
Honor,
Sweeting?
The reason I'm working so many jobs is, Your Honor, I left school when I was in grade 6. I only have a grade 6 education, so I can't get a higher end job. I'm working so many
Yes,
jobs.
but you're very eloquent for a grade 6 level of education.
But
you keep making these excuses and you're telling me why this and why that.
But Your Honor, you asked me why I'm trying to manage my
Okay, so let me see if I can follow what you're saying. You're working as many hours, you're maximizing your hours of work so that you can provide financially for your son.
Yes, Your Honor. That's how I'm able to actually give her grocery every week. And I don't know how she says she doesn't see me for months when I bring grocery on a weekly basis.
He brings the groceries on a weekly basis?
Your Honor, he drops it off on the porch.
Okay, right. I mean, she isn't disputing, that you're bringing, that you're providing the supplies or the materials. So I don't understand her to necessarily have a complaint with that. I think what I understand Ms. Bain's concern is that the irregularity of the hours and the smallness of the hours. And what I'm trying to understand from you, given that you are saying how much you're working, which is admirable. I don't think Ms. Bain is complaining about that. I am certainly not complaining about that, right? But the Child Protection Act requires the court to have regard primarily for the welfare of the child. So if we know that the child's material needs are being met, then the question comes, you want to spend more time with your child, but it sounds to me like you're already spending as much time as you can. So, which brings me to my next question. How much more time do you have available to spend with your son? Because if I were to make an order saying, okay, in addition to the 2 hours a week that you're spending, we're going to make it 4 hours or we're going to make it 6 hours, how are you going to fit that into your 5.5 jobs, part-time jobs?
Well, Your Honor, that's a part of the reason I'm working so hard right now.
Right, no. So, yes, Mr. Sweeting, I have the utmost respect for you as a working father. So I don't want you to think that I am not on your side, as it were, in terms of understanding the effort that you are, the output that you're making. Remember now, the question I'm asking you is, because this is your application to be able to spend more time because you want to be in your son's life more. So if I'm going to make an order in your favor saying, yes, you can spend more time with your son, how much time are we talking about? That's all I'm asking you.
At least, Your Honor, at least in another maybe 4 or 5 hours a week.
Okay, and when is that going to be? Again, bearing in mind that the law says that the welfare of the child is important. So it cannot be harum scarum. Oh, she might see you, you might turn up for Clavon on Monday, or you might not. Normally, let me explain something to you, Mr. Sweeting. Normally, when the court makes an order for a parent to have access in relation to a child, the times are set. So a court will say every other weekend, for example, or you'll pick him up on Thursdays to take him to, I don't know what activities is he in. Is he in soccer or baseball or anything? What does he do?
He plays soccer on the weekends.
Okay. Does he have any other after-school activities?
He has music on Wednesdays.
Right. Okay, so he has soccer, you said?
On the weekend.
Soccer on the weekends and music on Wednesdays. So are you going to pick him up for music on Wednesdays, for example? Or are you going to take him to church on a Sunday? I mean, there needs to be more structure around this. It can't just be, Your Worship, I need to spend more time with my son. This is the Bahamas. We want fathers to spend time with their sons. So you're already ahead of the game when you come in here. You're ahead of the game because Ms. Bain accepts that you're making the financial contribution. You're ahead of the game because you are interested in your son's welfare. So if you can assist the court and say what it is you want to do, but it's got to be definite. It can't be 4 more hours. 4 more hours when?
The only day I can think of, Your Honor, would be on a Saturday.
On Saturday, okay.
Because a part of the reason also my time is because I have a conflict sometimes with the person she's with. So every time I come around the house, we always end up getting in an argument for some reason at the house.
Well, you're a big man. I mean, I guess that's why you're dropping the groceries off on the porch?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Every time I go there, he causes me to have PTSD because of his PSFD, Your Honor.
What? PSFD? What is that?
Pitbull scary face disease, Your Honor.
See, and this,
wait, what?
This is the problem I have with him right now. Disrespectful.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Carroll.
Unfortunately, her boyfriend looks like a pit bull. So every time I come there, there's a conflict.
I thought he had a pit bull.
Well, he does look like a pit bull, Your Honor.
I ended up with Mr. Sweeting. And then when Mr. Sweeting left me at 7 months pregnant, he came back into the picture.
Justice with Judge Carroll is brought to you by Donald's Furniture.
Love the show and want to sit in on the action? Call 242-445-4955 or email info@judgecarroll.net. Clint Watson has been the trusted voice of journalism for over 2 decades. He is your first choice for hard-hitting discussions, your best choice for current affairs issues and investigative journalism. It's time to start the journey of relentless journalism. It's time to start the journey of facts over fiction. It's time for the Rundown with Clint Watson here on ZNS, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better. Covering the news seems easy, but we put thought into what we're doing. The Bahamas Tonight Access Now, here to inform, educate, and entertain. A new type of newscast featuring social media trends, news from around the islands, interviews with the people you like, sports, weather, and fabulous entertainment. That's a Bahamas Tonight Access Now with Marcellus Hall and LaDon Davis. Live, starting September 16th. Justice with Judge Carroll.
You've thrown me for a loop. I am completely lost.
Yep.
P what?
It's PSFD, Your Honor. What happened was,
Makes no sense.
Your Honor, when I was a child, I got attacked by a pit bull. Since that time, I've always had fear anytime I see any dog scary. And unfortunately, her boyfriend looks like a pit bull. So every time I come there, there's a conflict and a fight. Bull. Well, he does look like a pit bull, Your Honor.
Wait, no. See,
you think I need this in my house?
You had me. I was all the way with you until you started talking about this PSFD. Wait, what?
Pitbull scary face disease, Your Honor. It triggers off my trauma.
Okay, so you have a medical diagnosis for that?
I do, Your Honor.
You have it with you? Oh, wow.
He wrote that himself.
It had to. I have to see. So I thought he was telling me that your partner or something. Who's the person that you're living with?
My fiance, yeah.
Your fiance, right? I thought that. Okay.
Your Honor, that's my first. I've never seen that. Is that signed by a medical physician?
Well, you'd have to go to the medical association to confirm if a person is a certified medical practitioner. But
well, I feel the same way.
Hold on a moment. Hold on. I thought we were doing so good. Hold on a moment. Now, so your fiance. I thought there was a pit bull in the yard. You're talking about a man that has. You don't have to worry about what the man looks like.
But Your Honor, you ever had a scary.
Hold on. Wait. So, explain to me what the process is when Mr. Sweeting brings the groceries.
Okay, Your Honor, my fiance and Mr. Sweeting, they have history. He's my ex. I dated him.
Mr. Sweeting is your ex.
Well, he is my ex now. But my fiance, Michael,
yes,
he was my ex. And then I ended up with Mr. Sweeting. And then when Mr. Sweeting left me at 7 months pregnant, he came back into the picture.
Okay.
And he stayed in.
Okay.
So now it's a beef.
That's why you know that he's irregular. And then that's why you know that he's irregular. Because, I mean, he's there and then he's not there.
He came back into the picture, into my child's life,
Right.
when he was almost 1. And how he came back in my child's life, because he saw a picture of us on Facebook, and he was jealous of the fact that my fiance, Michael, was taking care of his son. So now he wants to come and be the father.
Okay, but your son is 12?
9.
9?
Your Honor.
Okay. Oh, I see. So he's been, throwing money at you from then till now?
Well, not throwing money, but he has been taking care of his child.
Right,
But
okay.
the fact that he is not consistent.
Yes.
He's not consistent with coming to be with his child or
Right.
even groom his child to be a son.
I mean, I understand that because based on the evidence that he's been giving me this morning, I can see that he's not consistent.
Right.
Which is why my concern is,
my fiance is more of a father model in his
Right.
life than he is.
Okay. See, but there's a very straightforward way of dealing with this situation, you can continue to deliver groceries on the porch or whatever, but what we can do is arrange a meeting place. And I mean, I'm not going to do it, but you all are 2 adults, so you all can arrange a meeting place. And I will make the order that he can have access to his son on Saturdays. And then you all can have a location that you can meet and you can be with your son. And then you can collect him from the agreed meeting place at the end of the day on Saturday. Okay? Thank you, ma'am. So I'm going to give you the increased access. It's going to be on Saturday so that we don't have any confusion about how often and where. And you all have an agreed meeting place for you to have that access. All right? So the application for increased access is granted. That's the order of the court. Thank you.
Guys.
Third,
is adjourned.
fair and just. Judge Carroll has ruled in favor of the plaintiff.
I understand it, but I don't agree with it because the story is going to continue to be the same thing. He's going to say he's coming and he doesn't show up. It's the inconsistency.
Well, I'm just happy the judge understood. I mean, she got like 6 kids and 7 baby daddies. At the end of the day, I'm just trying my best to be a part of my father's life. I mean, 2 of the baby daddies didn't even know if the child is theirs.